I've yet to meet a manufacturing leader that doesn't suffer from periodic nightmares about downtime in their
Yeah.
facilities. In what ways can modernizing your energy system mitigate downtime risk?
Yeah, super interesting question, actually. And I don't know whether you saw, in the Texas cold snap a few years ago, Samsung publicly announced that they suffered a $270 million loss as a result of the week-long power outage. And so these can be extremely painful. Some of them are short and sharp, and you can kind of get through it. But particularly for manufacturing facilities, refineries, oil and gas assets, if the power goes off and the plant goes down, it can literally take weeks to come back online. And I think that's one, it's unsafe. Two, it's a real impact to your bottom line. Three, it just creates a whole lot of headache in terms of how you're getting your product to market. So it is a big risk. And I think for businesses in the US, it cost businesses $150 billion last year in power outage impacts. And so this is not an insignificant number. And so most businesses don't think about this until it happens to them. They always think it's going to happen to someone else. And so we're always encouraging people to think about that. Just because it hasn't happened, the grid is aging and it's becoming more prevalent. We're seeing more severe weather events, and these are all leading to more outages. We're about to experience a whole lot of outages in Northern California. So wineries are in the middle of harvest season right now, and their harvest season, a year's worth of work, they're about to go into the time that they make their money, and their product is at risk if the power goes off. And it's a huge concern because of the wildfires that the utility will just turn the power off to protect themselves. So businesses can protect themselves by having that on-site energy solution to be able to generate and store their own energy when they need it, where they need it. They have full control over it, what we call behind the meter on their facility. So that actually gives them the ability to control their own destiny. And what we're able to look at, if they can't offset all their energy needs, what are the critical loads that they really want to protect? Is it the production lines? Is it a real piece of the plant that's critical for safety? And you want to make sure at minimum those areas are able to run. Maybe the lights in the office go off and the warehouse, shuts down, but how do you keep the actual critical loads operating? So we want to work with our customers to think through that and make sure that they are pricing in the cost of that resilience. If we're able to work with them to understand, if you were down for an hour or a day, how much would that impact your business? We can include that in the calculations, and an already very attractive business case then looks really attractive because you can show that in the financial calculations.